The Nordland, which is
Yeah, this is a hotel for all the international and potentially also domestic visitors from further away. They are staying here.
okay.
So I think this would be the same as what's the hotel called in Clearwater? Fort Harrison.
Yeah, Fort Harrison. Yeah.
Fort Harrison Hotel. So
Right.
this is Nordland is
Wow.
Fort Harrison Hotel. It used to be a Sea York berthing and apparently a very bad condition, mice infested the hotel with the windows that were broken and
Wow.
there was a nursery there. I have been contacted by a person who was in the nursery, and actually one of my first videos I made on YouTube, I received an email from this person, and just seeing the building, they said that it brought all the trauma back of the type of neglect they were suffering over here. But thereafter, it's been converted into a hotel for the public.
Okay.
And about 10 years ago, this is actually information from Elron Hopgold, the chef did some kind of mess up in the hotel over here, and it caught fire.
Oh, wow.
So it was under renovation for quite some time. And apparently this person is not a Sea York member anymore, the chef.
That's
So
big trouble.
it was...
So is it still also public or no? Is it now just for Sea York people?
So no, it's only for public. This is only for public.
Oh, but public Scientologists. Right.
Yes.
Right, sorry. So you can't, as a random person, like I can't go on Expedia.
No.
That would be a hell of a lot of fun if I could.
Yeah. And you can see this plaque over here on the wall. So it says that all visitors must register at reception desk.
Interesting.
And it's giving the number for the head of special affairs, the same lady that we saw yesterday. So any request regarding this hotel or information about this hotel, they will only give you this number, which will go most likely to the reception of the location we were protesting yesterday.
You know, it's funny because they say the use of cameras inside the church is prohibited, but technically this is a hotel and not a church, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a misnomer.
Yeah, because there's no no training or courses happening here. This
Right.
is simply for the accommodation.
Interesting.
And it will also serves as a dining area for the Sea York members.
Okay.
So twice a day, the Sea York members will walk from the location of our protest here around lunchtime and back.
Case in point, somebody's going in now, but make sure not to film it.
Normally in the Sea York you get 30 minutes of lunch or dinner break. But I think here they get one extra 5 minutes on each end because they will need to have the time to commute.
Go back and forth.
Yes,
Right.
back and forth.
Interesting.
And, actually, Elron Hopgold told me that it's actually like a positive thing for them because there's at least this one little point of time during the day where you have a little bit of freedom.
Right.
So if you are doing your time management correctly, you might even able to go to a grocery store
Huge.
and get something to drink or eat. And,
there goes your weekly budget. But
and you have no eyes on you basically.
Right.
Because living in the berthing, you probably heard it. You have no privacy.
What does birthing mean? Does birthing mean like literally like people birth children? No. I don't know. People have used that term, and I'm ignorant. I don't know what that term means.
Okay, so birthing is it's coming from I think it's like a maritime term for a place where people are sleeping.
I see. Okay, that makes because I never knew what that meant. I'm like, it's certainly not a maternity ward.
No.
That must not mean what you're talking about.
It's
I see.
Berthing.
Birthing. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
interesting. Complicated.
Yeah, so that's the place where the Sea organization members sleep and use the little free time they have. But as it has been said so many times, your belongings are being inspected regularly. Any post, because your registered address will be at the Sea York berthing. Your mail will be read through by security.
Reminds me of Severance, where they inspect all the letters they have. So
we
parallels.
were just talking about Severance.
Yeah.
So, actually,
interesting.
I recommended it to SP Chef and Bianca.
Oh, good. Hope they see it. Yeah.
Because it's directly for.
Well, that's a big thing. They leave at the end of the day and they check to see if they've even any piece of paper.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So if you had something in the bottom of your shoe, they will they will go through everything you have.
Right.
Everything.
Interesting.
You will have no kind of privacy. So basically, the time when you have free time is either this commuting to your dinner or lunch break, or on Saturday morning when you have the CSP, the Clean
Right.
Sheet Project time,
Okay.
which means you need to clean your birthing, like the room you're living in. You need to do your laundry, and you need to take care of all your practicalities. It's like 3.5 hour, 4 hour period. And if you can, squeeze it to be a little bit, shorter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then, for example, the other birthing location they have outside Copenhagen is at the seafront, so you could potentially have a little walk at the beach.
Cool. Wow.
So I've been there once, and I could see people were
Here's a fun question. I've always been curious. So many things by the sea. Do they let their Sea Org members swim? Can you take a swim?
Well,
I wonder. I wonder if Florida is probably warmer. But.
Yeah, I asked Balazs about it, and the work hours are so crazy that
Sure.
even though they are at a very lovely beach and it would be
Right.
nice to
Can't
have
enjoy
a
it.
dip,
Yeah.
there's no time to enjoy it. There's no time to do that.
Right.
Because it's dark when you leave and it's dark
Right,
when you
right.
arrive.
Oh, bummer.
So the only thing I've seen them do is that they can walk.
And you think the rooms are similar, like it's bunk beds and stuff, or
No.
Oh wow, so they get their own room and stuff. It's public
No,
Scientologists.
because you're
yeah.
paying. It's
Right.
a hotel, so you're paying. Whatever their standard fee.
I wonder, do they have TV with actual channels, or is it all the Scientology channel?
I don't think there's.
You flip the channel and it's David Miscavige again.
Probably.
It's direct TV with that one channel.
Probably.
Right.
I mean,
interesting.
until I'm proven otherwise, I would say there's no TV over
Right,
there.
right, huh.
Absolutely not. So I have talked with few people who have been taking courses, but I have never thought about actually asking about what the hotel rooms are here.
I was curious. I'm always interested in the weird small details, just to see like the everyday life and like what amenities they have and what they don't.
Yeah. I mean, if I have an opportunity to talk with the public, a lot of them are normally very nice people.
Sure.
When you are, nice towards them.
Yeah.
Of course, they would not talk like when we were protesting yesterday.
No,
but
no.
If you approach them nicely, you use the same kind of language. They are. Someone just checked the window there.
Yeah.
They are looking at us. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some curtains that went by. That's fun.
Yes.
Well, we're allowed to film curtains. Hey, curtains.
Yeah. I try to introduce the movement of anti-Scientology, but in a very, very like delicate way, because saying Scientology is a cult to a Scientologist, it will not make
it's
any
not going to make any difference. Yeah.
And we've had some good dialogue with some people.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I have been handing out these cards we have and what we had before, and they've been looking at them and googling them. So it's potential.
Cool.
I would be very wary of filming the Scientologists because they will make.
I make sure not to film
claims.
them specifically. If
privacy
they're in
claims.
view and not to.
But we can go move ahead a little bit.
Cool. Let's do it. We'll see some Copenhagen too. Say hi to the chat, Cutsy. Hello. Nice to have you in here. Congrats on your 5 million the other day, the other week, the other month. Sully Boyer.
Cutsy is big time now.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Hey, Kara. Nice to have you. Church of Satireology. Great name. Good to have you. Fingy. Hello again. I'm doing good, Cutsy. Dodge what? You haven't been arrested like ZDT wanted? No. Sadly.
Yeah.
That would be fun. That'd be great content.
Actually, the police force in Denmark is highly professional, and I think an average police education. I think we checked it one time. We talked about it, and it was 3 years. So you would not be able to be recruited to the police force.
Yeah, bummer.
Extensive studies, so that
Bummer.
it's just not happening.
So it would be fun. It would kind of be fun to get arrested. You could raise a lot of money. You could be a martyr. Be like, I died for your cause. And just like grifts, but I don't think I'm going to get my wish, unfortunately.
No.
Oh well, ZDT tried. He tries to help me in his way, but oh well, hey for effort.
I mean, he's bringing traffic to you, so I guess.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
And
That's whatever he wants.
Change some minds.
Right.
So. No, I would absolutely not worry.
No, I'm not worried at all.
Copenhagen police.
I'm not worried at all.
And you will never have anyone to come and swat you or directly arrest you. You will always have a dialogue with the people. And
Sure.
The police can see exactly what's going on. So
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I wonder if he thinks I genuinely be scared of what the point of that was, or like what, you know. But I think it's just throw anything at the kitchen but the kitchen sink. Where is he? We're in Copenhagen, Denmark. Good morning, Jennifer. Nice to have you. Thank you, Justice. She says like and subscribe. Please do. Chi, nice to have you. Tink. We got T and Chink, opposite sides here. Kirby, hey, Granny T. Kirby saw us fantastic yesterday. She was. Somebody says you're stunning. Sally Boyer says that. So, respect. You!
Me?
Sally Boyer said that.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Good taste. And birthing's like better. We're reading with that. Staj Chiquino. I don't know what that means. But okay. Probably not. I guess here is kind of interesting, some of the modern buildings, which you don't get to see too much. Is there a section of like an actual skyline? No. So they don't have, like, Paris has that or Rotterdam has that, but so you don't. Interesting. This is it. I'm a little underwhelmed. Yeah. Man, I feel like I'm in Cleveland. Yeah. Or even worse. I do miss tall buildings. That's the one thing in North America does beautifully that Europe can't seem to figure out.
Wonderful skylines like in New York and other cities. With iconic buildings.
Yes,
We have iconic buildings too.
They're just harder to spot. Yeah, you can't spot them from like 2 miles, 3 kilometers away or anything.
Well, some of them you can.
Okay,
but
so
it's
some
because the other
they're all
buildings are so short.
right. You give a little bit of room. Yeah. That's funny. Therein lies the difference. This is it. These are the big interesting. This is like a city, like 100,000 people would live in a U.S. city like this with this skyline. This would be like Shreveport. Wouldn't be Cleveland would have a more impressive skyline. So it'd be like really dinky, like Jackson, Mississippi or Alabama, but not even Birmingham, like Huntsville.
I think you're making very unfair comparisons.
I am.
We have towers.
Hey, what? What's up?
The towers are very iconic and very beautiful.
Okay,
so
cool.
We have a church that's called the Church of Our Savior. It has
Cool.
a spiral tower.
Ooh,
So you go
that's
all the way
fun.
To the top, and it's outlined with gold.
Wow.
Very, very
fancy.
nice.
Cool.
And then we had one that unfortunately burned down last year, which was 4 dragons, and then their tails was the.
How fun! You guys like your dragons here.
Yeah, and that was the oldest building in Copenhagen.
Cool. Interesting. Oh wow. Goes way back. Oh, sorry to hear that. Okay, good. So same aesthetic and everything.
Yeah.
Same historicity.
It's the old Denmark org.
Oh, this is the old Denmark org.
Yes.
Are they still here or no?
No.
Oh, bummer. Where are my friends at?
Last year, when they came here, they had
A little Scientology audit. You're funny.
So it could be that they got rid of the property, but it's
Oh.
full of boxes.
It's probably a more efficient company that moved in.
Yeah, stacked boxes and boxes and boxes. But I know that they have acquired some storage next to the Continental Liaison Office. So it could be that everything is moved there, because this is kind of expensive warehouse location, I would say. But we came here with Elron Hopgold, and someone was speaking behind the boxes. So, and he actually recognized the person.
That's hilarious.
Oh, okay.
It's a pretty building. Almost looks like a mental institution or something. It's interesting.
I can try and ask him. Just don't say anymore.
Yeah, sure. No, I won't. They're very strict.
Yeah.
Especially when somebody says I'm a terrorist, so I gotta be careful. Let's not have to answer for my terroristic crimes.
Okay. So apparently they still do.
Oh, they're still here? How wonderful.
Yeah.
But it's smaller, I guess.
Yeah. He didn't want to comment more on that.
No, I don't blame him. Yeah.
Yeah. So probably if he lives here, he don't want to get involved with it. That's basically, if they are your neighbor, you don't really want to
He could be a Scientologist himself. He could have gotten some serious TRs
so then
for
it
that.
would be the first floor here where you see there's no.
So the first floor is right where they would be.
Yeah, so
they are.
In Denmark, first floor is one set of stairs up, so it would be the one floor below the A.
Oh, interesting.
The sticker with the A.
Okay. Huh.
So this so-called first floor is the ground floor in Denmark.
Okay. It's nice they have plans, so they actually have plans at least.
Yeah. So
something.
it could be that they have,
Oh, cool. She get an interview. You can smell it.
Yeah.
That's too funny.
Well, you know, there aren't that many, so you usually recognize
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4 once you've seen them.
I've never seen him before though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just see there's some obvious characteristics.
Yeah, I kind of see them from a mile away in a lot of ways. That's very true.
So yeah, so clearly they have converted it, and probably the files are moved to closer to the continental liaison. I think.
Okay.
You know, transferred this to something else.
Interesting.
But this is something we also need to think about when talking about Scientology. Is that you're not allowed to destroy any documents.
Okay.
And Scientology has every whole life history of people that have ever been in Scientology in their archive on
Cool.
print everywhere
Right.
in the
Wow.
world.
Yeah. Right.
And in my opinion, that should be something that the authorities should be very interested on.
Yeah.
Because it's basically, you know, you could use it as evidence in court.
Right. Right.
And especially in Europe, we have, I don't know if you ever heard of GDPR,
No.
but it's like, yeah, personal data protection
Oh. Okay. Cool.
law
Oh. Wow.
within European Union at least. And
Quite strict.
Oh. Wow.
it's
Okay.
very
Good.
strict. And you're allowed to
Wish
demand,
we had that.
You're allowed to
It's
demand
like
to
Freedom of
receive-
Information Act. So we have something
Yeah.
similar in the U.S., although I think a lot less probably
Yeah.
powerful.
So
But-
you're allowed to actually demand all your information back. So if you have ever done any kind of courses on Scientology and you want to receive the information, they are mandated, first of all, give it to you,
Right. Okay.
and secondly, they cannot store it. They will need to destroy it after
Okay.
a certain period of time. So you have a right to, first of all, find out what information they have on you. Then you have a right to demand to have all this information they have on you. And also they are required to destroy all this information they have on you.
Right.
And that's
Okay.
something that Scientology is not doing, allegedly, in my opinion.
Right. Interesting.
So, so that's something, if there's anyone, you know, watching your video thinking, you know, what they might have on you, you're perfectly entitled to retrieve this information.
Yeah. Good. Good. Good.
Yeah.
Note to self.
Yeah.
Other people are better researchers and document grabbers than I am, but
Yeah.
I should get more into that. It's hard to know where to start with any of that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Do we have any people up there or?
100 people watching.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Guys, subscribe to Scientology up north, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you for everything. Nice little contingent. There's this one ZDT fan here. Oh well. Somebody said stop flaming the city. Fair. Somebody really liked your hair. I agree.
Thank you.
Very
I got the
stylish.
comments yesterday also.
Yeah.
Today.
Oh really? Looks great. I was like, damn. You got like a blowout or something. Look great. Perfect coloring too. I love like the little black strips too. Yeah, it's a nice combo. So yeah, no, we got some fans. Just like subscribe. Denmark is of course very much like Germany in terms of culture, same kind of thing. Well, I don't think that's true.
No,
You probably-
I don't think we're that similar to Germany.
No.
Depends where in Germany.
Yeah.
Quite large.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a big country. Yeah.
Somewhere like
Yeah.
Okay, that might be similar. Interesting. What's the closest like big German city to here?
Hamburg.
Hamburg. Okay. Hamburg. Cool. Do they really invent the hamburger there?
I don't think so.
Oh, I've heard rumors that that's where it is actually from, but
But I think Danes are in general a little bit more free-spirited,
yeah.
freedom-oriented.
Germans are a little
people.
formal, I've noticed. They're
Yeah.
nice people,
Yeah.
but they're a little formal.
Yeah, but they're very nice.
very nice.
Yeah, no,
And
nice
also
people.
They share the same type of like dialect as Danes do.
Yeah.
So let's see if they have our gun burrito.
Cool. Stop by.
Finally. It was all nice, but we made it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
Well, I mean, they take their.
I'm surprised that they have a TV company and they don't use newspapers. For
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
That should be a given.
Very suppressive windows right now.
Impressive windows. I like these buildings are quite cool.
Yes, they're very new.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Towers.
Axel
Yeah.
Towers,
Yeah,
okay.
The square is called Axel Square.
Oh, okay, interesting. Looks like the Capitol Records building. There's a famous building in LA, yeah. I just kind of like
It's
that.
mostly corporate. And then we have these cafes and
Right.
And there's the Tivoli you were very interested in
Yes,
yesterday,
yeah.
the amusement park.
Yeah, looks pretty cool. World's Fair era.
got my card.
No bummer.
You have a card?
Yeah. Only thing is open.
Yeah, okay. So clearly they are still prepared for us. Is that
Jesus, they do a lot more? That's not the building, is it?
so they own that other building because they purchased it for like $30 million. So
Seems like a steal, but
yeah.
maybe not. I just want to get a little shot of this. It's so pretty. Cool.
I always like to call, we have the circus, and right next to the circus
Fun.
we have the freak show, allegedly.
Do they still have that? Wow.
Yeah, right over there. Allegedly, in my opinion.
Wonder how many.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, yeah. Surprised it's still a thing. What kind of freaks do they have? Like a bearded woman or something? Or
I don't know. You need to go and ask them in the reception.
yeah, I asked Scientology. Like, oh, I just want info about the circus. Wrong building. Whoops.
Yeah, that was the circus. This is
Right.
the
Yeah. That's just oh. That's funny. I didn't get
God,
that.
I'm sorry.
I thought you were saying there's a literal freak show, and I was thinking that's very regressive.
That's why I said allegedly in my
Oh, that's
opinion.
hilarious. The freak show. Yes, this is where the freak show is. Precisely. Truck is still there, but a lot less is closed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and LRH's office is closed. It's a shame.
Bummer.
Were they expecting us back?
I think so. Be more than 1 day.
Yeah.
But yeah. And extend the AOSA to you.
Oh wow, they want to. But so somebody was asking in the chat, they're just as empty as any other place, right? Or are they less empty here?
I would say this is busy.
Okay.
The Denmark also pass by that as well.
Cool.
That's quiet, but this is
Right.
busy because you have all the Scientology. So even though
But are there
are not
enough?
that many,
Right.
they are all coming here.
Right. Okay.
So
Interesting.
even though Scientology is like
So there might be at least 100 or something. They're able
Yeah.
to fill it. Yeah.
minuscule size,
Right.
the amount of public, you say there's 200 in Denmark, 200
Right.
in Sweden,
Okay.
It adds up to, I think in Europe there must be, in continental Europe, there will probably be close to 10,000 Scientologists
Sure.
altogether.
Right. Makes
And
sense.
this will be the place to do the...
But they
do the
can't all be
process.
taking their classes at the same time, though.
No. But that's why we have the hotel and we have the
Right.
premises. But of course, it's total bullshit that they would have need for a double
Hotel.
the size.
Yeah. Well, right. Who are the current tenants in there? What is
There
it?
was the Danish student.
Oh, right.
here,
Student. Yeah. Right.
And there were a couple of restaurants in the ground floor. But
Okay.
they have closed down now.
Oh, bummer. Really?
Yeah.
It's another thing. Scientology kills local businesses, man.
Oh, definitely.
That's a common theme.
Definitely.
And, let's
Pardon me.
just-
Sorry to leave you in the dust. Far more cautious than I.
And this is the city hall of Copenhagen.
Cool.
We can do some sites, Scientology sites plus.
Actual sites. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sites are worth visiting too.
So when we have for example, Copenhagen Pride is a
Sure.
huge party here always.
Oh, that'll be
in
fun.
August.
August. Okay. Note to self.
This square will be
Crazy.
full of people.
I love
and
that.
They will do a big.
Covered in glitter.
Yeah,
Oh, fun.
glitter.
that sounds very
And,
fun.
Yeah, it's really fun.
And companies are sponsoring
Oh,
it's
good.
a lot of big
Okay.
companies. Mars is sponsoring it.
Oh wow. Cool.
I think Deloitte. A lot of.
Okay. Cool.
You can even see the 7-Eleven over there.
Yeah, the pride
Yeah.
colors. I saw
Yeah.
that. That was cool.
Actually, if you look at, you know that statue there with the two horns, right?
I know what you're talking about.
Like
Right
there.
there.
Oh yeah.
So behind it is a rainbow flag, and that's because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
called Rainbow Square.
Oh, cool.
And that's because Denmark was, and I don't know the technical terms, but we were the first country, I believe, in the world to legalize same-sex union.
Yeah, I saw that in the museum. It was like in
Yeah.
the 70s.
Yeah, exactly.
Very ahead of its
So,
time.
so that's why they named it Rainbow Square. So, because I guess because the 7-Eleven is adjacent, then maybe
Right.
that's why they.
Yeah.
That makes
changed it
sense.
to
But
the
7-Eleven is a huge sponsor
Oh,
of
yes,
the
they
Pride
are.
as well, so
yeah,
they
you
will
can
have
get
the Pride.
bracelets and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
The branding will be visible in other
Yeah,
locations
but
as
it's
well.
only this one that has the rainbow flags.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
Well, they're very, it's interesting, the museum, they like as early as the 1930s, they were requiring a like 2-day off paid holiday. And I was like,
Yeah.
that they must have been one of the first countries to ever do. The U.S. still
Yes.
doesn't do that,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know. And I was like, that was way ahead of their
We
time.
actually have 4 weeks mandatory holiday.
Oh, so now it's 4. Awesome.
Yeah. And it's mandatory.
Then I might get a full-time
Yeah.
job if you get a month off.
No, it's 4 weeks mandatory. Then the 5th week is optional. You can transfer
Okay.
it to next year.
Oh, yeah, that's
if you
right.
want. So you
That's
get
right.
5 weeks, but you don't even have to
Use it, right.
but majority of workplaces give 6 weeks.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some 7.
You know, when I was in TV news, the first year they give you 2 days off.
Oh.
That's all you can get. Second year, you get a whole week. Third year, you get a week and a half. Fourth year, you finally get 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for example, I've had some days off now, and that's because I didn't keep all my holiday last week. So
Right.
Now,
Oh, nice.
Now I could just, take some time off.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's very nice.
Yeah, well, all the people complaining on Reddit, you know, oh, none of these protesters have jobs. I mean, if I were here, I would have a job.
Yeah.
I can handle it,
Yes.
but not in the U.S.
Okay, they're in protest.
Yeah, exactly.
And standard working hours are
Right.
37 hours a week.
Oh, wow, 3 hours less? Cool. Are they into potentially doing the 4-day work week? Because I know it's been piloted in like Finland.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, cool.
I think Sweden started some trials.
Yeah,
a couple
yeah.
of years
Everybody,
ago.
Sweden. Yeah.
But it's up to the company itself.
Right. Okay. Interesting. This is kind of the touristy thoroughfare, I suppose.
Yeah, it's the longest shopping street in Europe.
Yes. Oh, really? Wow.
Yes.
That's wild.
And I won't trouble you with trying to pronounce the name of it.
No, I want to know. Tell me.
Strahl.
Strach. See, I can't even begin to pronounce it. Strach.
Oh, you're close. Yeah.
Stral.
But we just call it the Walking Street.
The walking street. That's funny.
And I can see the tourists are also starting to come up a little bit, but in summertime I avoid coming here.
I imagine it's like Times Square, like worse.
don't-
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of people on the weekends.
Yeah,
If
right.
you don't have any business here, don't come
What's
here.
the
in
point?
summer
That's
months.
like in New York, or like we don't go. We try to avoid Times Square if we can. Yeah.
And this
That
is
makes
also
sense.
where a lot of Christmas markets will be during
Sure.
Christmas
Okay.
time.
Cute. So they're little outdoor little stands and
it's like
stuff.
a whole, sort of Christmas
People
market.
are hardcore, so they'll go outside in the brutal winter.
Yes.
To sound. Wow.
Yes, absolutely.
That's very hardy.
Yeah.
The U.S. just shuts down. Oh, cool.
It's,
Oh, smorgas.
Yeah.
Smorgasbord. Is that different than a smorgasbord? Is a
It's
broad
not,
different?
It's not called smørgås in Denmark. It's
Okay.
called smørbrød, but it's the same
Smørbrød.
thing.
Okay. How do we say it? Smorgasbord.
Smørbrød.
Smorgasbord.
Yeah.
Okay. Smorgasbord.
Yeah.
Looks good.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Very traditional.
Cool.
Yeah. I especially like the fried fish with the shrimp.
Oh, yummy. Yeah, looks
And
good.
the eggs with the shrimp as
Oh,
well.
caviar too.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah. And this is roasted pork with pork rinds
Cool.
and red cabbage. So very nice. The roasted pork is very popular for Christmas as well.
Oh, yummy. I love roasted
Yeah.
pork. I didn't know pork was like that big of a thing here.
Oh, you're in pig country, my friend.
Yeah.
Really?
There's
I
more
know,
pigs
well.
than people in
My
Denmark.
cousin is actually
Funny.
a pig farmer.
Oh, wow. Cool. So you probably get like the freshest like bacon ever. And,
Yes.
That's
yeah,
cool,
we
I'm jealous.
we export all the garbage.
okay. That makes
No, I don't know
sense.
if that's true. Actually.
No,
I think it's the other way around.
yeah, UK people say that all the best bacon is from Denmark is
Really?
exported.
Wow. Okay.
So
Ah.
English people, at least, they love Danish butter. It's called lurpak.
Yeah.
Lurpak.
Lurpak.
You have it in Ireland also?
Lurpak.
butter is the best.
Oh, it's a battle of the butters now.
Yeah.
But in UK they love the Danish butter and Danish bacon, which is the best, according to them.
I like it. I like all the American stuff. I remember there's like says New Yorker. They had an H&M here. They had a Uniqlo.
Well, H&M
is Swedish.
is Swedish.
Oh, right, it is. Of course, duh. I forgot about that. Of course,
And
it
New
is.
Yorker is actually a German
Okay.
clothing company.
Interesting.
It's a very bad shop.
Oh, is it?
Bad
Okay.
quality and
Bummer.
yeah.
I was thinking about shopping here, but I'm like, I don't.
No, they have some nice shops, but
Yeah.
not that particular one.
Right. Okay.
So there's actually a lot of
Although I bought a pair of shoes yesterday. I'm wearing
You
them.
did?
Yeah, they're
Oh, okay.
$30.
The further you
It's
go
awesome.
that direction, the more high-end it gets.
yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I figured. Right. Okay.
So depending on what you're into.
Yeah.
I always like getting suits. Like some you can get them really cheap. Some like
Right.
are like
yeah.
way like
Well,
overpriced.
you know, there's Hugo Boss and
Yeah. Yeah.
Armani.
Yeah. That's
Sand is very nice.
okay. Sands. I don't know. That might be worth it.
It's a Danish brand.
Oh, cool.
They're very nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Perfect.
there's a lot
Sands.
of actually Danish clothing designers that are internationally successful.
Oh, really? I didn't know
So
that. Wow.
there's something called Gani, which is
Gani.
very popular. Yeah.
So it's more than just Fair Isle sweaters.
Yeah.
Cool. And more than fur fleece jackets.
Yes.
Cool. King of trainers. That's a very British expression.
Yeah.
Trainers. Trainers.
Put on my jumper and my trainers.
So there's the Scientology org.
Oh, cool. There it is
the
again.
Danish org, yes.
Cool.
So-
So this is the Scientology org, guys.
Yeah.
The
You wanna
building
go
in the
there?
right. Yeah, we'll take a little visual presentation.
To show how buzzing it is, you know.
Yeah.
And this is the highest court in Denmark. which is
Oh,
right
cool.
opposite to them. So when the
So
day,
EDT's trying to get me at.
when the day of reckoning comes, they will
Yes.
not have a far travel.
No. No, very easy.
Yeah.
It's funny.
You know, I have it all thought ready. So yeah.
Pick the right spot.
Yeah.
Coke Dodge against Diet Cokes. Close enough. They don't have, somebody from the chat said that, they don't have Diet Coke here, nor Coke Light, which is very upsetting to me, but it's almost, it's close enough, I would say. And at least I was able to get a fountain, which is also hard to get. Somebody else saying hi. Haggy Basher says hello, Miriam. Haggis Basher.
My friend.
Does that mean she bashes haggis? Does she hate haggis?
No,
She's bashing it?
She's Scottish. She's
So why is
living
she
in,
bashing it?
Toronto.
Okay.
She loves haggis. Haggis is.
But Toronto, all the Scots are St. John's. It's like little Scotland.
Yeah. So you can see there is the
Thank you, Lady
information center. You can see
Right.
the little sign over there inside.
Okay, cool.
So you see all the books.
Cool.
This is basically the place where they would do the recruitment if they were to do it.
I'm pretty devastated. There's no like beautiful L. Ron Hubbard display. You see the books, but there's no picture of his beautiful
His
visage.
bust is actually
Oh, good.
inside.
But why do they keep it inside? He's such a beautiful man. Like I like to look at him as much as I possibly
Can you
can.
see the shadow? of his-
Yeah, the
Can you
best
see the
thing.
shadow of his bust? It's right there.
Okay,
When you look at
interesting.
It from the window.
Interesting.
So right in the end there.
Cool.
So you probably won't be able to see it with the camera.
No, but you can see the side. I don't want to go in because then
No.
they flip their shit.
No.
Oh,
And this is the one where they have the multimedia,
cool.
whatever.
It's like their own Golden Era Productions.
Yeah,
Very
they have
cool.
the Golden Arrow production outside Copenhagen.
Oh wow! All right, they have that too.
Yeah,
Cool.
so they have, but it's called New Era Publications. So they do all the producing of multimedia and print to Europe and Africa.
Wow.
So
Oh,
it's
there.
a huge building on an industrial area. It's a
Okay.
real production site. It's not. I mean,
No
yes, for sure it could be interesting for you to see it.
Yeah,
but
well, it's a hell of a trip.
Yeah, it's a hell of a trip, and you will not see Sea members. They will be transferred with a bus to Continental Liaison Office to have lunch and
Right.
with a bus back. So they're not allowed to walk the 5 minutes. They are transferred.
That's hilarious, really. You can't walk 5 minutes. They're afraid they'll just scurry off
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So.
Do you know what they eat? Like what the food is they give them?
Well, it depends. It depends. I mean, the food can be, reasonable.
Okay.
But apparently, mainly sea organization breakfast is like eggs, and Elron Hopkins hates eggs. So he was truly suffering over there.
So that's all? They just gave him eggs?
Yeah, eggs.
Was it scrambled, or they just like gave him an egg?
Like boiled or
Ugh,
whatever, you know.
that's depressing. Wow, with no.
and bread, but
Okay,
then nothing
right.
to put on. Bread's not
Right,
like
just plain.
you know, we like in Denmark, we like to put things on bread like ham.
Don't you
or
ever, I've
cheese
noticed that.
or something like that. And
Yeah.
it's very little.
There's no bread that stands alone. You wouldn't like garlic bread, I bet.
Yeah.
But the Danes, really? Because
Yeah.
you shouldn't put anything on it. Okay. Well, that's true. I bet Italian food is good here. Close enough.
And then I've heard stories about like just like pasta, like penne pasta.
Okay. Cool.
Boiled,
Okay. Okay, that's
and
it.
then
So
it's
very
in a, you know,
big vat.
in these plastic boxes, and
Right.
you know when it gets cooled down, then it's like just this big block of pasta, and then
Ugh.
some ketchup and things like that.
Ugh.
Should we go to that last and have a look?
Let's do it.
It's a very old pastry shop.
Cool.
Very nice.
I'll probably buy some pastries. I've been meaning to buy some pastries. Yeah, I've been meaning to buy some pastries to take back to the hotel.
There's a line.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
So, but it is very, very good, and it's very, very old. I
How
think
long
it's
do you
from
think that line will take?
1870.
Oh, look at this. Cool.
So it's very traditional. So it's really popular. I go here every year with my friends in January.
Oh,
They
nice.
buy it for us. We're gonna
Okay.
have some cake.
How long do you think this will take?
Maybe half an hour or so, depending on how many people are in each group. They actually have quite a large space inside, so
Okay.
the tables and chairs
Turns-
sorry,
turns pretty quickly.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you're bold enough, you can also sit outside. So but they have some very beautiful and gorgeous tasty cakes. and
Cool.
pastries.
Yeah, that's I wouldn't mind at all. Whatever you're feeling.
Do you want to wait for half an hour? It's up to you. You are.
What are you feeling?
You two are the guests.
No, we don't have to.
Okay, so we could come back.
Oh,
You're just
okay.
pointing it out. Okay, I
I
thought
was
you were.
just pointing it out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, okay.
Note to self. I'm gonna screenshot it though.
Yeah, you can always come back at some point. Yeah.
Cool.
They close at 6, so
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Perfect.
Fine.
I'm doing whatever you guys want to do. I
Okay.
just want to.
Well, it's cool to see all the buildings and
Yeah,
stuff. It's interesting.
yeah,
You
we
know.
have one left, and that's the main berthing. So the main Sea Org.
Right. Yeah, that's cool to see.
Yeah. Now you know also. So if you're watching, we are gonna come there. So,
Okay.
so if you don't want dogs to catch any bunk beds, you need to go now and check that every room close blinds and close windows.
Okay, so before I film, make sure they're all closed and everything you're saying?
No, I'm telling also. I'm being
Oh.
sarcastic. I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
I just don't get, I just miss sarcasm.
Yeah.
That's my bad. I just don't.
I said every single American person that I can't, you know.
Well, because it's all
it makes
inflection,
me
so you don't
feel like an
understand.
idiot,
That's
you know.
hilarious.
I
No,
feel
no,
like an
no,
idiot.
no. Don't feel like an idiot. Because it's inflection. So if you don't have the standard American inflection, it doesn't translate.
Yeah.
It's like you have to understand like the volume and the stress on whatever syllable to understand its sarcasm. So if you speak a non-American, I mean, apparently you learn American English, but if English isn't like your first language,
Yeah.
it'll be much easier to miss the sarcasm.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're good. That's fine. Because I'm sarcastic too. I'm plenty sarcastic in my chat. Yeah. Lord knows.
Because you know, it's the same as like if you tell a joke and the other person don't understand it and you
Yeah.
need to explain it, then you start to feel like a total idiot.
No, it's just because of the cultural awareness, which is cool. So I'm not opposed to that.
Can I tell a joke? I heard
Please.
it from the SB check today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I'm sure he won't mind me telling it.
Sure, I want to hear it.
Yeah. So there's let me think about it now. There's five roosters. Five
Five
black
roosters. Okay.
How many feet do they have?
10, presumably.
Yeah. And how many of the what do you call them?
I forget. I know what you're talking. The sleeve thing on the top of there.
Yeah. How many of those do
I'd
they have?
say 5.
Okay. And how many eyes do they have?
Eyes, I would say 10.
Okay. And okay, I can't go on with this.
Well,
now.
no,
just
I wanna hear
realized
it.
I just realized it.
Why not?
Because it's
You left me in suspense.
So Incorrect. Politically
Is it?
incorrect.
Well, no, that's funny. I like
can't
politically
say it.
incorrect. Really?
can't
I
say
can
that.
mute
No, I
it.
said Samuel said it. I just
Well,
realized
wait,
this
do you
is
know the
going
joke?
So wrong. This is going so wrong. You have an idea. Oh dear. I can't say it.
Really? All right. Well,
Yeah, Google it. I'm
okay.
sorry.
Well, it's all right. I'll get over it.
I'll tell it offline. Let it remain a mystery. Jesus Christ, why did I say that to talk about that?
You're all right.
His specialty is actually dirty non-jokes.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Either or is fine with me, but
Yeah.
whatever you're feeling. Diana Santos says, you're doing great work, Miriam.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
appreciated more than you know. Ain't that the truth?
Thank you so much.
If you guys want to appreciate me, send me a goddamn super chat. I'm still waiting. I've been doing this for 40 minutes. And I'm disappointed in all of you. I'm kidding. Such a nice break for Dodge. Thank you. Dodge bringing the protests in other countries more attention. Thank you. Great going, Dodge. I appreciate that, Mercy Dotes. I'm trying. I'm definitely trying.
So I saw that someone was upset that you had flown all the way to Denmark
Oh?
and spent money on it.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. Well, and then I explained to her, I'm like, idiot. I explained that my mom paid for the flight and the hotel.
Yeah.
So it's not like
Yeah.
it's not like I spent all this mass amount of money at all.
Yeah. It's like you're not a public servant.
No.
This is
No.
Mass Norgård Shopping is actually kind of famous here.
I wish they had men's stuff. Well, I guess they do in the back.
Do you have men's stuff?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Oh, really? Cool.
I guess more casual wear now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I like all the striped shirts.
Yeah, that's the trademark.
Oh, cool. I could rock that. Solid. Oh, see ya.
House now.
Okay.
House now.
Okay.
Yeah, they do furniture.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And small home objects, items, cutlery, dishes, everything.
Oh, cool.
And I know it's very popular in the States. Oh, we got an hour too.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Very sweet. Thank you for the super chat. That's very kind of you. No signal in store. Yeah. Well, we're back.
Copenhagen. That is porcelain, hand-painted porcelain with very unique pattern.
Oh, cool.
And then we have the Georg Jensen, which is silver, the silversmith, a very old company, very iconic.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, silversmith. So I assume they all do silver?
Yeah, they
Is
do
all
a
it
lot
is?
of,
Cool.
stuff with silver. Yes.
Oh, wow. So you can be very specific. You can be like, I want this type of silver. I want tinted silver. I want brighter silver. They're like, all right, we got your silver. Cool. I like it. They Prada, of course. Not surprised. That makes sense. Yeah, I always like looking at the different little stands and everything. What was that thing? It's like, why do they have Billie Holiday? It's cool. They have like Billie Holiday there.
It's called Historical Days 2025.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Different. They have an exhibit in
Cool.
one of the major venues in Copenhagen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Too bad I'm not there. That'll be fun.
Check out.
Yeah. Would be.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like the buildings in the back there that like swoop around. I like the coloring.
Yeah. There's also another walking street here.
Oh, cool.
It's actually called Merchant Street.
Merchant. Okay.
Yeah.
Where the original was that originally like where the merchants would have their stands
Yes,
and stuff.
yes.
Cool.
You can still see some of the old. There's a hat maker.
Oh, wow.
There's also
Haberdashery.
Yeah, haberdashery.
Cool.
And glove maker.
Oh,
and,
cool.
Yeah, different stuff like that. Not so much now, but
Okay.
there used to be a lot of those kinds of shops.
Man, you can get you another pair of gloves.
Yeah.
Oh, you want?
That's
Note
right.
to self. Interesting. Cool. So that's, and I guess so it must have been very old because they had the cobblestones back there and everything.
Yes, probably not the original ones, but we do try to maintain a lot of the old ways of the old look of the city.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. I like it. The loom is interesting.
Parliament.
Oh, that's Parliament?
Yeah.
Wow. Famed Danish. Cool.
And the royals used to live there
Oh, wow.
until, I don't know, when was that? Many years ago, hundreds of years ago.
Okay.
And then they moved to a different castle now, so now this is Parliament.
Cool. Wow. Is the Prime Minister there too, or does she have her own?
Yes,
Cool.
they have, well, her office is there. Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool.
And she lives in a special mansion
Right.
outside of the city.
President's Mansion. Cool.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What do they call it? What's the version of the White House?
Marienborg.
Silver House? Marienborg?
Marienborg.
Marienborg.
Marie,
Marie.
and then Castle.
Okay.
Marie Castle.
And that's
The
castle's
name
Bach.
Marie. Bold.
Bo.
Yeah.
Marie Bo.
Yeah.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
That one I
Yeah.
think I could
Yeah.
pronounce successfully.
It's
a bad
probably very
percentage
nice.
one. Yeah.
You know, it's a bit outside the city, so you wouldn't see it here.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah, but the king and the queen, they have their residence. Where is that? This direction.
Oh, really? Oh, they live right
Where
here.
you're staying.
Yes,
Oh,
actually,
cool.
Yes.
Did you see?
I didn't see the king and queen. That would have been cool. I would have said a lot. I'm kidding.
But the residences, the royal palace.
I must have. I get it. There's so many magnificent, ornate buildings.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, another magnificent,
Oh,
ornate
that's-
building. That
that
could have been.
is-
That could have been
That's
probably.
where you
Part
would
of
know
town.
because
Okay.
they have bear hats on, like
Yes,
bear
you
skin
would
hats.
easily see them.
Oh yeah. I saw the guards. Yeah. And they were like the British guards. I did see that. Yeah.
Right.
In all black. They have the
Yes.
big black furry
Yes,
thing.
that's
Yeah,
right.
it's a bear
That's
skin.
right.
So
Bearskin, hardcore. Okay.
Yeah.
PETA hasn't complained about that.
Yeah, I
They
mean-
haven't thrown blood at them yet.
no.
Okay, cool.
No. And you can still, I mean, they don't have any bears in Denmark anymore. They have
Oh,
forever.
what happened to them? You're this far up north.
everything
There's
got
no
killed, I
excuse.
think.
Extinct.
Yeah.
See, that's the tragedy of Europe. I will say, North America has that better than Europe a little bit. We still got bears. We have enough open
Oh,
space.
yes.
But you know, you have to think Denmark is more densely,
Oh, very, yeah.
Yes. And there was a
inhabited
Yeah.
versus like Sweden, Norway, and Finland. We have a bunch of bears. You can still get a license for bear hunting
Moose
and
and
moose.
Oh, wow.
thing.
Oh, cool.
And we
And
have
there's wolves.
Oh, wow,
We have
hardcore.
wolves now.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Deer. There's lots of deer.
Lots of deer, lots of deer.
Cool.
But you know, the kings and queens of old and the nobility would hunt a lot.
Right, it makes
so
sense.
it's a
Like
completely
Roosevelt.
different culture in that sense.
Right.
Plus the less landmass.
Right.
So
Very
geographically,
tight, yeah.
You know, it's easier
Tight
to
squeeze.
make a whole species extend.
Yeah, in one specific landmass,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. So
Is there any vast foresty open part of Denmark, or there's so many little villages and towns?
very-
Okay,
Yes.
Quite close to here, actually.
Yeah.
cool.
You just have to take a short train ride.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. There's something about Copenhagen. People love to live very centrally. So I would say
Yeah.
I would say about 30-kilometer radius.
Interesting.
So what would that be? Is that 1 point? Now I don't know the miles.
I don't know.
That's right. You can say I know kilometers. You can say kilometers.
Yeah, so 30-kilometer radius. That's
Okay.
where majority. There's about over 1 million people living. And
Wow,
as soon
it's
as
like
you
20
get outside,
miles.
yeah, as soon as you get outside that, the population is much less dense,
Okay.
and you have much more nature.
Does anybody have the dream of like buying a cabin and like living in the mountains? Is that not a thing? Like
We don't have
America-
any mountains here.
I mean, or living in the forest, not in the mountains, but the forests and like.
Some people like to live in
thing.
smaller villages.
But it's still villages though, so it wouldn't be like a cabin completely
You can-
alone.
I don't know if you're not allowed to just go.
No,
live in
because
the
there's
forest.
there's not
bummer.
much forest here, and
Right,
I don't
okay.
think you are allowed to. They
You
are.
can't just go and build whatever you want
Ah.
in a scarcely
No,
populated area.
they are trying
Bummer.
to preserve
So-
the forest.
Maybe it's a good thing.
That's here,
okay.
left here.
Well, that's kind of credit to Europe because all the nature kind of gets Disney-fied.
Yeah.
And you know, there's like a beautiful lake, and then you build a giant hotel on it, and then it looks like this, but it should be in the middle of nature.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
discussion all the time about what to do to preserve nature in the best possible way.
Yeah,
And
best
still
possible way,
remain,
keyword.
Progressive in terms of
Right.
buildings and facilities.
Right, have it be accessible in some way too. Yeah, it's like
Because we
a
are-
tightrope.
Because we have limited space.
Right,
You know?
right.
And there's a lot of wilding going on.
What's that?
Wilding is that you have areas where nobody grooms it.
Oh,
So
cool.
the nature is just able to grow freely to
Cool.
preserve more bees and insects and
Nice.
frogs and
Okay.
that kind of thing.
So,
There's
wow.
a lot of different towns and cities that do that. You can see actually in the city, on top of some of the bus stops, they have wild plants growing.
Oh, wow,
And
cool.
that's to,
I love that.
Take part in that initiative.
Yeah.
So it's much We're trying to not move so much.
Okay, smart. I
You
wonder.
can see we're coming to the high end now. We had
Yes.
Chanel and Prada and
Chanel, yeah.
yeah.
Interesting. God, if I were a frog in France, I'd like conspire, be like, all right, we got to make it to Denmark. It'd take a long. Sure.
Sure, we can do that. So we have like 2 major department stores here. This is the more luxury one.
Okay.
So here you can, find more or less whatever you have desires. And the other one has more like high street brands. Do you use that term in USA?
High street?
brands?
No, I know what you mean
Okay.
high end, but no, I wouldn't have
no,
high.
high
High street, you mean up the fancier part of the street.
No, high street in England it means more like everyday. Yeah, everyday stuff.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So this is high end, and the other one is high street, which means more affordable brands.
I see.
And more affordable.
If I had the 86 GOP money,
yeah,
I'd be going
exactly.
in, but
I mean,
oh well.
everyone's missing on that one.
I know. I
That could
got the
ruin.
wrong time. I know. Ugh. If you're listening to 86 GOP,
Yeah.
I'll sell out for you. I'm kidding. I would.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, cool day. We'll get a little tour of all of this. They got Gucci back there, unsurprisingly. And Echo, which is the most expensive, unattractive shoes.
Yeah. This it's actually a Danish brand.
Oh, I didn't know that. Echo's Danish.
Yes.
Are people golf a lot?
Echo is like
Everything, though,
comfortable shoes.
Right, yeah.
So you can do golf shoes, you can do work shoes, whatever. It's like they are medium pricing, I would say. They're not
Sure.
totally high-end prices, but they are, yeah.
That makes
I think
sense.
a regular pair of sneakers, depending where you come from, are like $200. So that's
Yeah.
like, it's not all the way high-end.
No, it's not
That would
awful.
be-
It's not.
yeah.
I wouldn't pay for that. These were $30, but
Yeah.
Lord knows you can.
Yeah. So, but, yeah, I
Cool.
think everyone there's quite good welfare in Denmark. People have good, good means for living and free time and balance,
nice.
work-life balance. Actually, Oprah, right before she stopped doing her show, she came to Denmark. You just take the stroller outside, you put your baby there, and
Right.
they'll have their nap.
Okay.
If you go to a cafe, maybe not all the way on the main shopping street, but any side street here, you could easily go into a cafe, have a nice lunch, and your baby is sleeping outside.
How cool! Wow. And that's totally cool. There's never been a news story like baby finally taken.
No.
One guy ruins it for everybody.
No,
Takes
no.
that one baby.
No. I mean,
Take it to the Sea Org. Take it to Adelphi.
no.
Cool.
I mean, for sure, it might have happened.
It would be funny if there was one time where like they leave the baby outside and the baby isn't kidnapped, but the parent comes back and inside the baby's hand is a billion-year contract. Sorry, you already signed it. He's got to go. So I'm glad that hasn't
I'm not sure
happened.
that would be really, legally binding.
No.
That's something that a lot of people find shocking.
The
in
baby
Denmark.
signed it in his own free will. We didn't move his hands.
Yeah.
It was
So
just his.
your baby is sleeping the best outside.
How cool.
And no one
Wow.
will take your baby.
How wild.
Yeah.
That's real trust.
Yes. And school doors are not locked. You have
Right.
free entrance to school.
I'm curious, has like in America or Asia or a lot of other places, has there been a popular case of this young person missing or kidnapped or is it never, is there like a version of like, I don't even know, like Jean-Benet Ramsey or Or has there never been a big news story of like, it's the media is always has to be a white person. It's like, oh, rich white person disappears or gets killed,
Okay,
kidnapped.
so I have a very big story actually from a few years ago. I don't know if you heard about the submarine murder.
Yeah, that was with the Nigerian pirates, right?
No,
oh, it's
no,
different.
Okay, this is a
Okay.
different one. So there was a Swedish journalist, a very up-and-coming journalist who was traveling around the world, and she was supposed to move to, I can't remember which country it was. Maybe I'll just find the story because it's better I get the facts straight. Facts straight.
Facts.
What was the Rocket Manson's, the victim's name? Can you remember?
The who?
The Rocket Manson.
Rocket Manson.
Kim Wall.
Kim Wall.
Kim Wall.
Yeah, so she was, because he's asking about like some high...
I was curious, was there...
Turned morbid really quickly.
Yeah, high-profile crime.
Yeah,
so
right.
I wanted to... So,
Because she was talking about how babies are left outside, so I was asking her, like, has Denmark ever had their own John Benet Ramsey or like famous, like, rich white person gone missing? Right.
so she was supposed to move to, I can't remember where it was, somewhere abroad. She was getting a great opportunity, and she had also been covered in a major US media. I can't remember.
Interesting. I'm sure.
Was it not Newsweek, something
Right,
more
Time or something.
serious.
Okay, Newsweek's pretty serious.
And she wanted to make a story about this inventor who had built his own submarine.
Okay.
This inventor. And it was the day before she was supposed to leave, so she had her own farewell party. It's okay I tell this story. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have...
Oh, cool. This is it. Nice.
Look, my true crime. Yeah.
I think I'll be all right, but note to self.
So she actually left her own farewell party to make a story about this man. And what happened was that she went to make a story. She wrote one last text message to her boyfriend saying, he has coffee and cookies, at least, he hasn't killed me yet.
Oh, famous last words.
Yeah.
Right.
What happened then was that she was reported missing.
Okay.
Because she did not come home.
Interesting. Oof.
And that put a high alarm because it was a submarine, self-built submarine with two persons in it.
Right.
And there was a picture of her on the top, whatever entry to the submarine there was.
Wow.
And in the end, they located the submarine, or actually the inventor himself. He appeared from under the water.
Okay.
But she was gone.
Oof.
And he said that something had went wrong with the submarine, and he had to just save himself. He didn't know what had happened. She had hit her head or something.
He actually said that he had dropped her off initially.
The change of story?
Initially he was like, I dropped her off at whatever location, and then I went on. And then they found out, okay, that's not true, so he changed the story.
Yeah, and then he said she hit her head or something.
Yeah.
But then about a week later, they found a lake. Yeah.
Yeah. They had to employ these special cadaver dogs.
Wow.
That can find cadavers underwater as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's sleuthy.
They got them from Sweden, actually. They borrowed them from Sweden.
Wow. Hard
so
to
the
find.
Whole thing. I remember when I was at work, we had a TV at my workplace with the news streaming. And I remember looking at the news story, the submarine is in distress. And I was going like, I hope everyone is okay.
Right.
And then later on, not very long after, it unfolded that this horrible crime had taken place.
Wow. Interesting.
And initially everyone was like, oh my God, thank God he's okay.
Like a bad accident.
He's actually a psychopath who's just
chopped her into pieces.
They
wow.
They found all the body parts, but they found out that it was a premeditated plan from his side. They found murder porn, actual real murder porn.
Wow, like snuff stuff,
Yeah. And that was like news for
Wow.
have so many of those people around.
No, that's an interesting story though. Wow.
Yeah.
And it
has to involve
7 years ago maybe.
That's how
I think probably right.
7-8 years
That's
ago.
In 2017, I believe.
That's how safe Denmark is. It has to involve a submarine. Like it's not like the whole one thing happens. There's a whole submarine involved.
But we also had Peter Lundin, he's in London, who is, I think he's half American.
Yeah, that's
who
true.
Also murdered his own mother.
Oof.
And
We blame the Americans for that one.
Oh, really? Well,
He was half
makes
American.
sense. Yeah. Wow. So I assume the other guy got put in jail forever.
Yeah.
no,
yeah.
Okay.
actually what happened in the facility that he was in, they gave him access to do some, you know, because he's very creative and everything, so they gave him access to do some different stuff with his hands and
Okay.
things, you know, get some sort of like creativity out.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he proceeded to make a fake bomb that
Wow.
he strapped around himself.
Oh, wow.
It looked like fake, you know, it looked like explosive, but it was actually fake, and he managed to somehow escape.
Wow.
Like, if you come off, I'm going to blow myself up.
Wow. Okay.
But they,
When they just shrug and say, "Cool, have fun."
yeah. So they caught him, and they found out that he had made a dummy bomb.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
But he actually got out of the
How do you
prison
escape?
premises.
How do you escape?
I don't know.
Are prisons like really that much nicer? Are they
Yes.
like
There's
interesting? I wonder if they're too
actually,
nice.
There's actually on YouTube, very interesting. I can send you the link. There's a series on Nordic prisons where they actually bring American, what is it called? The prison, what's the head of the prison? They are called
Wardens?
Warden,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yep.
Prison warden here, and they introduce the Nordic prisons because there's, for example,
Cool.
in Norway, there's a prison where they have like a full recording studio for
Wow.
the inmates. They have
Wow.
their own.
Crossing tracks.
Yeah, they
Daniel
have
from
their
Salem
own
could use that.
gaming consoles.
Wow,
And,
okay.
You can have knives,
Wow.
kitchen knives. Everything is like free to be.
Sounds
used.
better than the Sea Org.
Exactly. So there's even the high security prisons. You have a lot more freedom.
Right.
than you would
Interesting.
have, in a jail where you come from.
Think that's a good thing, bad thing, or it depends?
I think it's just the approach is
Yeah.
more rehabilitation here
Yeah.
versus punishment. No.
Right. To me, is there's never a division of the type of crime. I think the type of crime makes all the difference.
Yeah.
You know, like I think if you kill somebody, you shouldn't have anything pleasurable in jail.
Yeah.
I think if you rape somebody, you shouldn't have a pleasurable time in jail. I think if you stick a gun to somebody's head, same thing. I think if you steal something, grand larceny, that you should have a pretty civil, humanistic experience. You know, if you do any drugs, if you're a drug dealer, I don't think it should be that punishing.
Let's have a little culture break here.
Yeah. Cool.
And if
Oh,
you
wow.
look behind you, there's the Danlater Hotel, 5-star hotel.
Oh, cool.
And that's actually where the Nazis were during the Second World War, one of the
Oh,
buildings
wow.
that they took over. They took over a few prominent buildings in Copenhagen when they were here for 5 years. So
Interesting. So that's where they all hung out.
They had all the luxury.
Yeah. Unsurprising.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
And this
interesting
is
history.
New Harbour. Which
Cool.
is,
I love the
where-
colors of the buildings.
Yes, it's modeled from Amsterdam.
I was going to say, it looks
a lot
like,
of the
yeah.
city is actually modeled from Amsterdam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know Amsterdam was that much older than
Yes,
Copenhagen.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, some parts of it is, yeah.
Right.
And yeah, it's just all these wonderful restaurants and
Yeah.
pubs.
I love that.
Hans Christian Andersen lived here for a while.
Oh,
during
cool.
his time.
Sure.
And it used to be a really bad. It used to be a red light district. Let's be honest.
Oh, fun. I mean, well, interesting.
So all the sailors
Wow.
would come in and they would have a good time.
Okay.
And then they would go. So, but now it's very touristy and really nice in the summer. Actually, you can see a bunch of people
Cool.
already out.
Yeah, it's
There's
probably
some
crazy
ice cream
this summer.
shops that are really nice.
Yeah.
So it's a great way to. It's a great place to just relax and have fun.
Yeah.
Especially in the summer.
Love all the
So-
canals too. They're beautiful.
Yes, and this is where some of the canal tours go from.
Oh, cool.
So
Fun.
if you want to take one of those canal tours,
Yeah.
you can go from here
Oh, cool.
or in front of Parliament.
Oh, cool. Perfect. Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like I'm in Amsterdam. It's cool. I've been to Amsterdam a long time ago. It's
yeah.
interesting.
I haven't been yet.
It's
sadly.
cool.
Let's go and see.
Looks a lot like this, but like that's the whole city. Here's the canal, if you could see it. I might cross the street just to film the canal, if I may. Yeah, I reckon. Cool. I love how the colors reflect on the water. It's beautiful.
Yeah, this is a very popular postcard motif.
Yes, I could imagine.
Buy a lot of postcards with this this area.
Yeah, cool.
And then at the end, there's it's not an opera house, it's a playhouse.
Oh,
so
fun.
It's new. And then there's also a street food market.
Oh, fun.
At the
Cool.
end of one of the bridges. So you,
Oh, wow.
when you come to the end of the new harbour strip, then you go into the actual harbour area where all the bigger ships
Oh, cool. So it's more
come in.
industrial
yeah,
and
exactly.
yeah. Oh, you got both. Interesting.
Yes. So then there's a bridge, and then if you cross the bridge, then there's a street food market, and they're really trying to make everyone able to have fun in the area.
Yeah, it's nice.
Really expanding on
Make it very walker
yes,
friendly and accessible.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, even for the locals. The
Cool.
locals use all of this. It's not just for tourists.
So was this like 20 years ago? Was this like industrial? Probably were.
No. This has always been some kind of restaurants and pubs.
Interesting.
And,
It's always been like that. Cool.
Brothels and that kind of thing.
Right.
But I don't know when they started, changing the area to it was much nicer.
Right. Kind of
But
cleaning
it
it
has
up.
been for quite some time, many years.
Cool.
So yeah.
Cool. I'm glad they did that.
Yeah.
U.S. could learn a thing or two. Although we don't really have canals, so.
Oh,
Although there's a Los Angeles, Venice,
Right.
the other Venice Canal.
Yes.
Venice
yes.
Beach canals, we
Yeah.
have that. And then Fort Lauderdale has some. But they don't,
Oh,
but they're
okay.
so inaccessible and it's horrible because it's just private houses on them.
Oh yeah.
And you can't
okay.
walk down them,
Right. Yeah.
which is kind of dumb. I lived there for a year and
All right.
really didn't like it. But,
I don't know. Florida isn't that appealing to me just because of the
Yeah, I
climate.
agree.
I think.
yeah, it's
The
hot all the
humidity.
time. Yeah, humid. Yeah, it's really sticky. No.
I wouldn't thrive on that.
No, and there's no real like it's like all because it's coastal. There's no real nature, so there's no like real trees or big parks or anything.
Yeah.
Or
Because I love living by the water. Like
Yeah,
we discussed yesterday,
me
we have
too.
so much water around us.
Yes, it's
so, we're never too far from a coastal line.
Yeah.
But
No.
it has to be a nice climate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has to be something
Yeah.
where you can go to the beach and have a good time. in the
Right.
water.
Right. But it's nicer here because there's actual grass and trees, and so you have both, which is kind of nice.
See all the
Versus.
people sitting outside.
Yeah. They're a little hardcore. I respect that.
Yeah. Well, most of the restaurants will have heating lamps.
Right. That makes sense. Cool. Screenshotting this is so pretty, especially with the light hitting it like that. Stunning city. I think it's probably the prettiest I've been to in Europe, honestly.
Oh, nice. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Some
Been to
people,
Paris
I
too,
think-
and
yeah, Paris is just stunning.
it is. But I like this better because of the colors and stuff, and the canals that are here, and
Maybe it's
uh,
more down to earth.
yeah, that as well. Yeah, I've been to Paris, I've been to Rome, and I went to Lyon, France, and Nice. So I've been around Europe a little bit, London, and I think this kind of takes the cake. And I've been to Amsterdam and Oslo, Norway, so a few different places. And Finland. Finland is very pretty too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but this, I don't know, I think it's the coolest so far. I'm a fan. Yeah, I don't want to leave. I wish if I didn't have the dog, I'd feel like, all right, cool, I'm living here.
Well,
pretty
they're
cool
not very
place.
dog friendly, so you can
Yeah, so maybe I'll bring them. All right. I know somebody, so that would be cool. I'd get actual, like if I had a full-time job, I'd get actual time off.
Yeah.
That's very humane. So, it's tempting.
What's the next one?
I thought you're leading the tour.
Yes, I'll be doing
You're asking me.
sorry? I think the museum is called the National Museum. Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, usually the
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jump and have a swim.
Heavy season starts.
Wow, Jenna, that's impressive. I climbed the Eiffel Tower too.
Let's see if we can find a little houseboat also for Dutch.
Sure.
That could be something big into your.
I don't think people live on these particular boats, do they?
No, not these ones.
There's one I think converted into a restaurant. But coming up here.
Yeah.
And then I think there was one that was also like a small theater.
Yep.
Some kind of show that they did on the boat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but I think it's on the other side.
Yeah, on the other side. But we'll cross the bridge after I show the Scientology birthday.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, are there more Scientology
Yes,
buildings to
there
see?
will be.
Oh, great.
Very
Cool.
soon. Very
Perfect.
soon.
Perfect. I'm excited. I got like 12% left on my phone, but
Okay.
probably enough to see that last building.
Yeah, I have a charger here.
Oh, you do?
So
Oh,
maybe
awesome.
to-
Thank you.
so,
Great.
yes.
I appreciate your lifesaver. It's like, this is beautiful. I love the yellow. I'm just like, I'm in love with all these colors.
Yeah.
I like bright, splashy pastel colors. So I have like an affinity for all the Latin America, all the Latin countries like Mexico and places south because they have all those colors.
I think we should cross the street here once the lights turn. But it's again typical for Scientology in Denmark, a very prominent location.
Yeah, great spot.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have to get those expensive.
Yeah, we go here.
Yeah.
So this is one of the most expensive residential area in
Oh, wow.
center of Copenhagen.
Cool. It's like the Upper East Side of Copenhagen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Cool.
and Copenhagen in general is also expensive when it comes
Yes,
to
I reckon.
apartments, so-
Yeah.
Yeah, very expensive, especially in this area. Actually,
Hey,
I have a
Lara,
colleague
FM's here.
who,
Oh,
who
hi
lives
Lara.
Yeah.
Hi Lara. We're doing some sightseeing and you can
Seeing
also
some of the Scientology
see,
buildings.
Yeah, Scientology
2 for 1.
I never knew where they were except for the big one, the main
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never paid much attention.
Howard, I would do that. Some guys like go through a walk. Some guy being racist is like go through a walk in the Muslim area, see how far you'd get. And I'd be like, that sounds great. I'd love to have like falafel and really good halal.
We can go to Nørrebro, but I wouldn't
That's all right.
call
It's
it a
probably
Muslim
distance.
area. There are some places where you have more immigrants
Right.
living.
Sure.
But
Of course. Yeah.
We don't have things like a Muslim area.
No. Right. No, I wouldn't think you would.
Just not in
Right.
Denmark.
No. Well, obviously Americans are the most educated, so. Yeah.
True.
A little sarcasm for
That's
you.
why CDT called you a domestic terrorist.
Yes. Yes. Precisely.
I mean, we are living in a symbiosis here
Yeah.
with everyone. There's
Yeah. That was kind of nice.
Yeah. But of course, there's places where you can find more, ethnic food, for example.
Yeah, that's why I love, like, at least in the U.S., if they say dangerous neighborhood, what that means to me is diversity. You get, like, really diverse restaurants and stuff and all these different types of food. And,
Yeah.
I think that's the beauty of America is there's all these cities that you wouldn't think would have it and have these great pockets of, a street of, people from West Africa and a street from people from Vietnam with lots of pho and stuff.
There's nothing here that's called a dangerous neighborhood.
No, see, and I think you lose out on that a little bit because it's like it's a real dangerous neighborhood. So you get the really authentic, really good food.
Yeah. Would you say there's a dangerous neighborhood?
I would not say.
No.
I would say there are neighborhoods where things have happened in a greater scale than others.
Sure.
But it's not like on a daily basis that you have to be afraid.
Are there things that are ever like even a couple like 10 a year or something?
Yeah.
Right, that makes sense.
Some, especially because now the gangs from Sweden that we were talking about
Yeah.
today, they have actually sent miners to Denmark to kill some of their rivals in Denmark.
Wow.
So not
Wow.
only are they from a different country, but they are also minors.
Wow.
So that means that they can't be tried in the same way as an adult.
Right.
So they strategically do
Right.
that.
Oh God, use them
And
as
that's
pawns.
been happening a couple of times. I think most of the attempts, the murder attempts, they actually failed. I think.
Oh, it's really wow. Gun
Yeah,
control might help.
But
Yeah.
it's not great.
No.
Yeah, and just to actually, I wanted to add on the prison thing that I think currently there's 2 people that have been the longest time in prison in Denmark, and it's like 30 years.
Yeah.
Usually, if you commit a murder, for example, as a
Yeah.
first timer, you get out after about 10, 12 years.
What?
Yes.
I think that's horrifying.
No, but
I think it's
no, but as we
wholly
talked about
unacceptable.
before,
Ugh, gross.
If you are able to
GDT would love it there.
No, if you are able to rehabilitate the person genuinely.
Yeah, but if you murder somebody, I don't think you're worthy of any rehabilitation. I think you're damned to have a horrible life until you, in my opinion, you take somebody's
Well,
life.
that's very Christian of you guys.
It is. That I am. It's Christian values. Yeah. Or maybe that's anti-Christian. That's funny. But Christians are respect for life. That's hilarious, right?
I mean, you need to be careful when you get back home so you don't
That's funny.
repeat us. Yeah, but normally the rehabilitation is successful.
Well, all right.
Yeah, it does work.
I murders, like, it depends what murder. Like, if you're in like a gang, it's mutually assured destruction. Fine. But if you...
Oh, there's the steeple, the Church of Our Savior. Let's go.
Oh, cool.
inside
Let's
the
do it.
trees and have a look. You can see it from afar.
Maybe
It's
I'll be
really nice.
saved.
And you can go all the way to the top.
Oh, cool. Wow. I wonder if any of these folks have been to the USA. I don't know. Have you guys been to the US? No idea. I love the weird brutalist.
Yeah.
What are those?
I call them the houses because
Waffle House.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's a popular restaurant chain called Waffle House
Yeah, I know.
in the US. Yeah.
And there's the opera house you can see on the
Yeah,
left
the opera
side.
house as well. That big flat
Oh, that's the Opera House?
is directly across from the King's Palace.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so on the other side is the palace.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
On the left?
Yes, to the
Okay,
left. Yeah.
cool.
And in the summertime, sometimes they have diving contests
How fun.
from the roof
Cool.
of the opera house. Well, it's a crane next to the roof, I think, but
Oh, that's fun. They don't hit the bottom. It's not that shallow.
yeah.
Cool. Wow.
And just to add, the channels, the water here is clean. You have a lot of swimming areas in the channels here. So
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
So you can just.
You
jump
know,
in the
that's
water
so
and-
nice. I was in Paris and I tried to, because I like to swim in even the dirtiest of rivers. And I swam in the River Seine.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
good.
For
Okay.
all of 10 seconds, the police came right up.
Yeah.
And I had to talk my way out of like getting arrested. And I was thinking, I'm just swimming in a river. That's all I'm doing. And I was like, je suis désolé,
Yeah.
je ne sais pas. Only French I know. I
Yeah,
took
yeah,
French
yeah.
in school, but I know
Oh, you
much
only
more.
know je désolé.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, I speak much
Voulez-vous
better.
coucher avec moi?
Ce
That's what
soir.
I know. So, yeah. We're on a level playing a game here.
No, it's funny. I took it in school. I couldn't retain it, and I speak much better Spanish than I speak French.
that's
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Spanish I speak very decently, or
Yeah.
somewhat, like a little kid at least, but
Should
French
we check out
no.
the birthing now?
Yeah,
We're
let's
right
do
next
it.
to it. Right next to it.
Let's go and birth.
And I can see that Osa is not watching.
Cool. Well, sorry, I'd be honored if you were.
Some open blinds there, so you'll be having some bunk beds there for sure.
Oh, cool. Fun. Somebody says, who are you with? I'm with Miriam. And I'm so sorry, I forgot both of your other names.
Aw,
I feel awful.
Rose.
Rose, okay. Then tell me your name one more time.
Irish Mark.
Irish Mark. I love that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So these two white buildings, number 8 and number 10, are Scientology birthing buildings. So you can see there where the shirt is hanging on the open window over there. You can see it's a
cool.
bunk bed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You can barely see it through the glare, unfortunately, but
Yeah, I think
so they all got the bunk beds here. Cool.
they all got the bunk beds. And it's
Wow.
very tight. I think there's about
This is it. So this is where they sleep.
It looks very tiny.
This is where the Scientologists sleep, guys.
yeah, it's like one and a. Here,
This is where they birth.
have a look here. You can see there's like 1.5 foot space between
yeah.
the bunk beds there.
Yeah.
They're tiny.
Yeah,
So cramped.
yeah, it's super.
Oh yeah, they're right next to each other.
Yeah. I don't even know. What
Pretty building.
it has been back in the day.
So he says fart in their direction, right? I fart in your general direction.
Maybe like
Hey, Dewey's megaphone. Nice to have you.
Oh, right. That's why.
Yeah, and they have had this building forever, and it has been in a horrendous condition. There was also a fire here because there were some Seal children playing with fireworks.
Oh.
Yes. So it's been through a full renovation. Oh, there we have. Okay, we had someone going in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't film that.
No, can't film them. But
Bummer.
yeah. So you can see the bunk beds is not in everything here.
No,
Yeah.
in the flesh.
And there is, yeah. I think there's probably six to eight people.
Okay.
Yeah, so but they have maybe like 2 people on top of each other or 3?
I think they look like they're two,
Right? Yeah.
but I think they have another set of beds behind them.
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, allegedly.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh god, it's just claustrophobic just to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't get to spend much time there. You don't really have any property, personal property. Everything will be,
You're not really allowed any privacy at all.
No.
Oh,
No
it's
privacy.
awful.
Okay, so we can go across the bridge over there and have a look at
Yeah.
maybe some of the houseboats or something. If you're
Sure,
interested.
check it
and
out.
you can decide whether you want to keep on going live or being live, or if you want to.
I see. Is this the last building?
This is the last
I
one
see.
in Copenhagen,
Okay, so probably see the houseboats and all stuff off the live.
Outside of Copenhagen to see more.
Right, that's a little extensive.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I mean, like I said, it's industrial buildings. They will be indoor, and if they get even a hunch of us,
Sure.
yeah, no one will be going anywhere. So.
You got
I
upset.
know that even just the fact that we came by here and looked at this building will be sent to the police.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
For just looking? That's wild.
I know that's glass.
Ah. These damn recyclers.
Yeah.
These hippie green recyclers. I can't get rid of my trash.
I can see there's a bin over there.
Okay, that's all right. I'll just keep carrying it.
And this is the old custom.
If I were in the U.S., I'd just litter. I'm kidding.
This is
Kidding.
the custom house. This is very
Oh, fun.
restaurant now.
Oh, cool. Did it used to be a custom house where immigrants would go? Wow. Cool.
Actually, there was a restaurant to go to the main custom house.
Oh, cool. I like that.
I think it's
Keep it in tradition. Keep it in the family.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, every building's so stunning here. You know, it's great to go to Europe because you see slices of these in like random, like you'll see that in like a building, like one building like that in like downtown Indianapolis.
Yeah.
But only be one. And it's cool to go here and it's like they're everywhere.
But now you have the idea of the property empire in Copenhagen. It's quite impressive.
It is impressive.
I mean,
I'm a little
I told
jealous.
you now 4 different locations plus the one that they are using for whatever.
Yeah, that was quite cool. Thank you. No, it's very informative. The chat said they appreciate all of it, so thank you.
It doesn't always need to be full-on action, to be honest.
No, this is cool. Just getting the visual representation of it and kind of seeing it in actuality. All right, this is a normal trash. Can I throw? Great. Finally.
Yes, you may.
Awesome. Cool.
What do you do in the States? Is it like you just
I just throw it on the ground. No, I'm kidding. I try not to litter.
Okay.
My whole theory on that, though, is help me help you. If in the U.S. in a lot of downtowns and cities, there'll be like one trash can every 4 blocks, and I'm like, well, that's your problem. And then maybe I'll throw it on the ground. So we're like, you have to have something. Or the other thing is there's already an existing pile of trash. Well, it can't hurt because it's already there. So you just contribute to it.
Someone take it down by the street. Well, it's already there.
It's already there. That's right, precisely. It already smells. Wow, okay. Singapore over here.
Some do, obviously, but most people don't.
Cool.
And I experienced this indoctrination in Ghana because last time I visited, not this time, but we had some corn on the cob. The lady said corn on the cob, and it came in this tiny little bag.
Cool.
And then it was on the side of the road. We were waiting for somebody to come and pick us up, so we were just in the middle of nowhere, and there was no bin.
Okay.
And so I said to the guy after, what should I do with the bag? And he said, just throw it. And
Yeah,
I was like,
easy peasy.
I can't.
That's hilarious.
I can't do that. And I'm looking around.
Just get
and there's
Christian
so much
ethos.
trash around me, but I just can't do it myself.
Yeah. Respect.
Give it to me. I was like, okay.
That's funny. Blood was not on your hands. Great view.
Windy here.
It is. Windy City Thetan Watch. Shout out. So forgive my ignorance. Who was Hans Christensen? Was he I get confused. The hated Christensen. Was same actor who's in Star Wars. And I assume they're very different. Was he like the king?
Hans Christian Andersen was
Yeah.
the one who wrote The Little Mermaid. And
I see. Okay. Oh wow. Was different than Grimm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Grimm is much more grim to me.
Right. Oh really? Okay. Ooh, sorry. Interesting. He actually wrote it.
Many fairy tales and stories,
Oh, cool.
poems, songs.
Oh, wow. Cool. We really appreciate him. Wow. He mentions a lot. I assume he was some king or something.
Well, kings don't have last names.
No, true. Right. Have you ever had a great prime minister who was like the greatest prime minister Denmark ever had, or no? Do you not care?
I would say that probably somebody like Downing.
Okay.
He was prime minister in the 40s.
Okay. Interesting.
And under him, I think a lot of the
Farms?
workers' reforms.
Cool. Yeah. There's a whole workers museum here, which is cool.
And I guess, in some ways he's not everyone's favorite, but who is? But he
Sure.
was definitely one of the more notable people who were in a time where a lot of change was happening for the workers.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So he really made it fair. And, mostly in even that museum, it's clear to see, like, on workers' rights. Like, Denmark was, like, so far ahead of, like, most other countries.
In the 50s and 60s, we had somebody called Jens Otto Krag.
Okay.
And he was, you could equivalent him to Kennedy, maybe.
Cool. Very young and inspiring. And
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
He was a very great politician.
Cool.
And,
So where are we going?
during some negotiations with the Soviet Union, Khrushchev was supposed to come over
Okay.
and have some talks and everything. And the prime minister said, he's a communist. He doesn't want
Right.
some fancy state dinner. I'll just invite him to the White House and my wife will cook.
That's cool. It's super
Yeah.
casual. I like that.
So they had a
Free
garden
art.
party,
Cool.
and his wife was doing the cooking and everything. It was a great success.
Oh, cool.
He was very
Interesting.
strategic in that way.
He's kind of down to earth, it sounds like.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then what was their say like the economic success? They said it was like post World War II to 1972. What happened like in 72 where like there wasn't as much economic success? Or why don't they just have a general time frame for that for some reason?
I think post-war, definitely started to change.
Yeah, sure.
And then real prosperity in the 60s.
Right.
And,
Right.
there.
Right.
Definitely a capitalist society.
Yeah.
But with much more focus on we should all have a good time. We should all be
Sure, be able to enjoy it. Yeah, there shouldn't be this massive right. There shouldn't be this massive income gap and
It's not less division between class.
right. That's cool. It's refreshing. Certainly not the US.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very much every man for himself.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting.
A house that is dedicated to the Faroe Islands and Greenland.
Oh, the
and
Faroe, that's the
Iceland.
Maggie Thatcher War, right?
No, that's the Falklands.
Oh, whoops. Damn it. I'm
Very
confused.
different area
Okay,
of
very different.
Yeah, the
Faroe
Faroe
Islands.
Islands is a Danish territory like Greenland. So they self-govern, but it's part of the Commonwealth.
Interesting.
And then Iceland is also
Not the
in
Falklands.
Yeah, so it's art and culture from those places. That's this cultural center here.
How cool. Wow. Faroe Islands, they have their own culture and everything and their own unique. Is it a lot of
very much their own culture. Yeah.
interesting. There's a lot of First Nations like Inuit people and
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely. Especially in Greenland.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd imagine.
Not so much the Faroe Islands and Iceland.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think they had an Asian.
Well, I was wondering that in like all right, you go to like northern Canada or Alaska, there's you know, a lot of Inuits,
Yes.
First Nations people.
Yes.
Was there ever that population in Sweden or no?
Yes, Sami.
The Sami, do they get wiped out or they just integrate or?
They are definitely
Yeah.
challenged.
Yeah, so that's a bummer.
Not as bad, I think, as the Greenlandish people.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely.
Challenge them.
Right.
Because they are also in Finland. They are in North Norway, Sweden, and Finland.
Sure, they're all, because it's all close to, yeah, right.
So,
Is that a significant population at all, or is that very small?
I mean, significant to the countries, the size of the
Heritage.
countries we are
Sure,
here.
sure,
I
sure,
would
sure.
Say it more like that.
Okay, interesting.
So here you have some
Oh, cool.
houseboats.
Wow.
Yes.
So if, you know, you want to have the kind of equivalent of living on you know, in a
Yeah.
baby trailer park, this would be.
Right, that's not much nicer.
Oh, I think they, you know, you need to put, you know, $400,000 to get one of these easily.
Yeah, you tell her, nice to have you. Cool.
I had a friend who was living in one of these houses, maybe not these ones.
Do you like it okay? Do they have showers in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
I never went there to visit her. She was only living there for some time, but
Yeah, all right.
it's cozy enough.
Should we show Dutch Christiania since we are so
Yes.
close?
Let's do it.
Let's
Yes.
go.
You can explain Christiania better.
I
And then
can,
Irish
yeah.
Mark can listen as well because I try to do my best.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Christiania is an area that used to be military.
Oh yeah, I heard about that because I heard that's like where they sell weed apparently.
Yeah.
That's the reputation.
So, in the 1600s, they built this military area.
Okay.
So they have all these old buildings still there. Which is
Cool. Okay.
So it was abandoned for many years. And then in the 70s, some people went there because there was a shortage of housing, especially for young people and for less privileged people.
Okay.
They
Interesting.
went there and said, oh, these buildings are empty. We can just move in.
Cool. Right.
Why not?
It's part of the hippie movement.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. That's what I heard. It's a
I'm coming
hippie.
to that.
Okay,
Be
sorry.
patient. So,
Like a Fleishness, respect.
so somebody came and wrote about it. Some journalists found out, and they came to write about it in '71. And they wrote this story about these people who had moved in and were essentially squatting.
Right. Okay. Cool.
And then
70s. Cool.
other people said, "Oh, let's go and move to this area,"
That's
especially you know the hippie people because they
Yeah.
were like, "Oh, we don't know where to go.
Right.
It's all very square
Safe
for
haven.
us." And yeah, exactly. Where can we go and be ourselves?
Right.
So they moved to Christiania and started squatting in these houses.
Huh.
And they quickly built a large community of people who just didn't fit in anywhere else.
Cool.
And they wanted free expression and they
Yeah.
wanted to smoke weed
Cool.
and do
Well,
their art
that's a wrap.
projects and build weird houses and, you know, all kinds of things.
How fun.
So, some way, somehow, it's become a free town in the city of Copenhagen. And
Cool.
it's always been a thorn in the side of government, but
Right.
they're less interested in removing it now.
Okay.
Because it seems like they're
Has some
conforming-
heritage.
They're conforming a bit more to. You
Okay.
know,
Lead
because
it
it
up.
used to be there was a lot of fighting between the police and the
Interesting.
inhabitants because of all the weed and everything.
Right.
Now
Right.
it's like just let them. do
That's
whatever they
cool.
want.
That's good.
Yeah,
You know.
so it's a very unique area with some
Okay.
very unique art projects and
Cool.
funny houses, lots of colors.
Yeah, I looked at the
and-
picture. It looks like they paint
Yeah.
murals in the houses
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
they do,
And,
yeah.
it
So
looked
my
kind of
friend,
interesting.
She doesn't live there.
Okay.
She does smoke weed, but she goes there and is on the board of one of the galleries, the art
Oh, cool.
galleries. She has an exhibit. I think. Yeah, so she's very much into the art scene.
Cool.
And she goes to the Church of Christiania.
Oh, wow.
They have
Cool.
a small church there as well.
Cool. Wow. I bet they give back a lot.
Yeah, with the family.
That's awesome.
The pastor's family, they live there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's
Interesting.
part of the community.
So really on,
Yeah.
on the ground day to
It's a
day.
very, very unique community.
How
And
cool.
they have these community meetings where everything has to be unanimous.
Okay. Interesting. That's hard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but they have their own way of doing things.
So they have like a metaphorical like they have like a
Yeah, I
tiny
guess they
mayor or
have some
something
kind
or
of leadership. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, I guess
council
so.
something. Yeah.
And they pay their taxes and everything.
Sure. Sure.
You know, but and until recently, I don't know if it's back now, but they had this place called Pusher Street, And,
Sure, yeah.
You know, a pusher is a drug pusher.
Drug pusher. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was where all the weed was sold.
Yes, right.
And also other things.
Right. Okay. You get hard drugs.
Officially don't allow.
Right.
But
Sure.
creeps in, you know.
Right. Right.
So time and time again, the police have come and removed all the stalls and kicked everybody out.
Oh, bummer,
and the
huh?
next day they're back again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pretty resilient.
So it's an ongoing thing. The people of Christiania have had enough, so they really try and do something to the drug issue.
Oh,
Because they just want to
interesting.
live in peace.
Right.
Yeah.
But could some argue that it's the anything goes thing that's appealing, and you take away that kind of the soul in that regard? If you try to make stuff really safe and like only drugs is only one part, so maybe if you get rid of that and keep everything else, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it is a fun, unique place.
Yeah.
Concerts and
Oh, how fun.
art exhibits.
Oh,
and,
cool.
All kinds of things going on. There's a lot of outdoors areas, so you can come and just chill out during the summer and just hang out and do whatever you want.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. You still have that like relaxed atmosphere.
Very relaxed.
Yeah.
It's much more relaxed than the rest of Copenhagen.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's the old Pusher Street. I don't know if that's still a no filming rule since they cleaned.
Oh, yeah.
No filming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No
So,
pictures, no filming.
yeah. Because I saw there were still some dealers over there.
That'd be fun. I want to get into a fight, gang
we went
fight.
with Iris
Yeah.
the other day.
Yes.
So,
That'd be great content though if I get into a gang fight.
I mean, if you
That'd be cool.
if you really want to find the only weapons in Denmark, the few weapons there are, then most likely
Find 'em there.
in their possession. So,
Yeah.
so
I love all these apartments with these balconies. They're so cool.
Yes.
I love to live them. Yeah.
yeah. But like a 3-room apartment, so like 2 bedrooms
Big.
and a living room would be easily $1 million.
I bet. I'm not surprised. Yeah.
Prices
Yeah.
in the city, in the city of Copenhagen is astronomical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could potentially get like 1 bedroom and a living room kitchen for $1 million.
Wow.
Yeah, it has become unattainable for a lot of normal working people.
Yeah, so sometimes you inherit it from your mother or grandmother or something that
Yeah.
it goes
Right.
from one family.
So they have
to
like
another,
rent
so
control,
then
right?
It's already paid for,
Right,
If you
right.
buy it just from your fresh
Yeah.
market, it was going to cost you.
I bet a pretty penny. I'm curious. In the suburbs, do people live in standalone homes?
Yes.
Oh, they'll have
Yeah.
that. Cool.
They also have what you call a row house. What do you call it?
Sure. Yeah. Row house. Same
Yeah,
thing.
The houses are attached to the
Yeah.
to the other house, and
Sure.
and it's basically like a small apartment, but it's not an apartment.
Right. It's like a brownstone. Brownstone. Yeah.
Sometimes you have duplexes where it's first ground floor, second floor, also.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's mostly standalone houses and small
Cool.
apartment buildings. Like my apartment
Interesting.
building, for instance, is only to the 3rd floor,
Okay.
so there are other ones.
Wait, you got 3 floors in your apartment? Girl, you're
The
making
building-
bank.
The building.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, in the apartment. That makes sense. Cool. Where are you? Are you right in the city?
No, I'm in the suburbs.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Greater Copenhagen, we call it.
Cool.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to get out here?
Depends, but usually around an hour.
That's good for you for coming both times. That's commitment. Kate Taylor says, "Make you jealous."
I'm used to it, so.
Yeah, right. I assume you work in Copenhagen?
Close.
Okay.
Yeah, between my.
Is that famous brewery?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Very, very rich history. So some of the brewery area, because it's very
Cool.
historic,
Yeah.
but some of it is being developed. So all around my building where I work, there's construction going on.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It must be kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not so bad now, but it was in the beginning.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. You really kind of feel it. Interesting. Yeah. Sunday I want to see all the suburbs, see what they're like, and
Yeah.
you know. That must be it, Christiania, or the border. Yeah, the street art is interesting. Some say graffiti, some say art. I say art. I think it's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah. Oh. These are cute little things. All the little word works. Okay. They really get that mad?
Yes.
Really? Well, all right. Well, I'll probably sign off. I've been streaming for a while.
Yeah.
Love you guys. I'm signing off, apparently, due to not being able to film.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll sign off.
The entrance of the
Oh, there's the whole full thing.
And then they have the
Cool.
symbol of Christiania, those 3 dots,
Okay,
3 yellow dots. I don't know what they mean, but that's the symbol.
interesting.
It's just when we go around the corner, then it's more
Yes.
filming.
Yeah, that
So
makes
anywhere
sense.
else than Pusher Street, you're allowed to film and take pictures.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, guys, sign off. Much love to you all. Au revoir. All right.
Very international.